Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Holmes Podcast. I'm in the car, 6 in the morning. I got the phone. I'm using my Google Pixel because the mic is pretty good. The mic is pretty good. I got it to my head and it make it seem like I'm on the phone, so I don't look too crazy. Because I was gonna bring the mic, and look, I just got this fear that somebody's gonna see me with the mic and like, oh, that nigga's podcasting. He's one of them motherfuckers, right? Um, but yeah, no, I left my speaker at the house. And so I had just 10 hours of just walking, thinking, and stuff like that. I had like a really good rant. I was good. That's because remember the last episode where I was talking about like the speaker died on me, so I was had this moment where I was thinking about death and thinking about like other people's speeches they'll make for my death. So my brain started like doing that stuff again, not the death part, but just like random things. I had a really good rant. And I was like, I'm gonna talk about that. I wanted to do it in the warehouse. I wanted to pull my phone out and just like record it there. I should have did it because I know how fucking bad my memory is. So you're gonna get a very abridged version of Durant because I know it was two things, but I know one of them was about traffic. Uh, the traffic here is just terrible, man. And I know I've said it before on here and on a couple of blurs. Uh, it's just it's concerning. That's how bad it is. Because it doesn't make sense. It's every single day. The only day that you get good traffic is like Saturday or Sunday. Because I guess everybody works a normal fucking Monday through Friday or whatever. But maybe you get a good Friday sometimes. Not all the time. But every Sunday. Every Sunday so far since I've been here, it's been a good I get to work no less than like 15 to 20 minutes every time on a Sunday. Is perfect. Sundays are perfect. But on during the week, it's every day. It's like we all are going the same fucking way, same route every single day. Like it doesn't make sense. Why is there traffic? Just go straight. And what I noticed today, like these people, like okay, this is a theory of mine. In this Pacific part of the city, at least, what I noticed, Texas drivers always want to win. That's the problem. It's always these little tiny insignificant ass wins that they want and they fucking need it, right? That's why it's traffic. What I mean, if you've drove around, you know what I mean. It's the people I need to get in front of you. I need to be in front of you. I need to they can't take a fucking millisecond to let someone in or blah 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 whatever, right? Sometimes you make a mistake and you'll like won't let somebody in. Okay, that's a mistake, whatever. But I've seen people go out of their way to be a dickhead. I'm not gonna let you in. Like for what? Just let them in. It doesn't matter. Oh, there's always some bullshit. It's like just let the motherfucker in, right? It's these little fucking wins that always. That's one of the reasons why traffic starts because of no one wants somebody to get in front of them as if it fucking matters. That little hot second is not gonna make you late. If it was, it's your fucking fault anyway. Because what I noticed today, it wasn't even an accident this time. Because usually it's an accident in this one spot every single time. I don't know how. It's not even that complicated. It's like a three lane highway. I don't even know the name. I'm terrible at highway names or whatever. But to the left, you have a lane going to the express lane. Sometimes that thing is full. And then on the right, you'll see a merge in. I don't, honestly, I give people this. Texas merges into highways are terrible. It's no stop sign. Sometimes it's not even a warning. So if you're on that far right, you're not paying attention, you could run into somebody because somebody merging in is like there. Don't look at me, sir. It's like I don't know who, honestly, I don't know who has the right of way. It seems like the person who's already on the highway, but the person who merges in, they don't slow down. It seems like they don't look. I've been a victim of this as well, where I'm merging into these weird, uh, okay, like a normal highway. It's a merge. When you're merging in, that lane continues. It's like a fourth lane. And now it's a fourth lane for like a couple 100 feet. Then you merge in. But these like stop sign, like no, with no stop sign merges, you just like merge right into the third lane, and it's and that lane is coming from behind a wall, so you don't even see it. So it's right there. So okay, I talk shit about Texas driver. Okay, I understand that. I understand that, but that's not where the accidents happen. It's just in that general area. Somebody's always broken down. It's always somebody hit somebody. It's always somebody who hit somebody during traffic. Somebody hits rear-ended somebody. It's never the fucking accident. You never actually see what caused it. I got lucky today to see what happened. It was a construction worker. It was a construction worker who had one of those signs with one of those trucks with the big old arrow. He's like, hey, okay, this lane's closed, move to the right. And that caused a fucking 2-3 mile lane, 2-3 mile traffic jam. It makes no sense. All because of what I said earlier. People don't know how to merge in. If you just drive, just keep on driving, just like it wouldn't be a problem. Like you literally cause traffic all because you're trying to stop one lane. It's just a lot, man. It's a video game out here, right? I think it's called City Planner. City Planner or City Builder or something like that, right? It's on all. It's like on all platforms, and it just hit Xbox. I kind of want to play it because it's on Game Pass. If you ever play like Sim City, wherever you've seen somebody play it, it's like that, but it's like better graphics and more modernized and whatever, blah blah blah. I want to play it, right? I've never been interested, but I kind of want to play it now, and I want to build Fort Worth. Fort Worth. I want to build the whole city. Because I'm not so much because I want to play the game and enjoy it. I want to I want to fix Fort Worth. It doesn't make sense that it's this bad. It just doesn't make sense, man. It's just the structure of the city, and it bugs me so much, man. It's just like okay. I'm kind of rambling. I'm kind of like trying to like trying to build this thought out of like these scrambled tidbits I had earlier, right? Because I was thinking about that $100 billion that Biden, I don't know if he already got it from Congress or he's still asking and trying to get it for Ukraine and Israel, if I'm not mistaken, that whole situation. And they just got me thinking, I'm like, damn, man, they could really use this money and fix what we have here. And I know it's not like, it's way easier said than done. It's way easier said than done. But I feel like, because it got me, okay, let me just stop. Let me think. I've been watching this YouTube channel, right? I forget the name of it right now, but it's like this British dude or this UK guy, and he's like super obsessed with like city design and highways, stuff like that. And I like YouTube videos like that. It's like someone who has this like niche, because I follow this one black British guy who's like super into like keyboards. It's not that I hate keyboards. It's just I'm not thinking about that. And then you find somebody who's hyper into it. So he's like breaking it down, the clickers and stuff like that, and just like this super minute stuff, and then he explain it to you. That's what I like. But this dude, he's like super into like the city designs, and specifically cities that he loves cities that you can walk and bike everywhere. So he hyper obsesses with that, and he has all these terms for these highways and stuff like that. And he like kind of shits on how America does it. And I don't blame him. I really don't blame him, because just the infrastructure. Like Vegas was bad. The traffic in Vegas was bad, but it was only bad because of the construction. It's like they were building around it. All the stuff that was in Vegas, they still somehow figured it out to where the traffic wasn't too terrible. It wasn't like this. I wasn't constantly. It wasn't like every single day with this shit. Hold on. Family people coming out of their apartment complexes, and they fucking. I ain't trying to look too damn crazy. Um, Hold on, let me pause. But yeah, anyway, my thought is like I want to build as a joke, but for real, I legit want to like try to see if I can fix it in game, because the game is built in such a way. I feel like it has some type of like realism and some like real life data, so that you can like, so if I do fix it in the game and figure out like how we can make better highways or a better city structure, I could submit that, and it'll never happen because that's you rebuilding the whole damn city. It takes them forever to build a highway. Apparently, there's this one highway going towards Dallas that's been they've been trying to build this shit for like fucking 20 years and they still ain't have it. But anyway, it's just a lot, man. It's a lot. Yeah, but speaking of a lot, because of that YouTube channel who's like super obsessed with the city building and stuff like that, it made me start looking up. Now I'm interested in like since we moved here, I'm interested in like how highways are built or how they are funded. It's a lot more politics than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be like pretty. I didn't realize how much like I get it, low key. I do kind of understand why, but I didn't realize how many people really hated highways in the beginning. Like I know everybody hates everything if it's new and you get used to it, but I didn't know the history of like I knew some, but I didn't realize how much like damn, I'm in the car so I can't do the research. Can my stomach stop rumbling? Jesus. Um it's look just look up the Big Dig. Look up the Big Dig. I forget exactly what city it is. I want to say roughly in the New York area, if I'm not mistaken. It's somewhere over there. No, hold on. Let me look it up. Okay, Boston. Close enough. The Big Dig is a highway project. The Central Artery Tunnel Project, commonly known as the Big Dig, was a mega project in Boston that rerouted the Central Artery of Interstate 93, the chief highway through the heart of the city, into 1.5 mile Thompson P. O'Neill Jr. Tunnel. The project also included the construction of Ted Williams Tunnel and Leonardo P. What the fuck is up with these names? Jesus Christ. Anyway, it's a big tunnel. I don't know if it was finished, but I know from the podcast I was listening to, it costs a fucking fuck ton of money and a lot of time. That's why I think it's not finished yet, or they gave up on it. Yeah, because it was cost so much money, it was so much of an issue, and people hated it because of the highway that used to be there. It was like destroying communities. It was just taking black and Mexican people's families, homes, and just like buy them out, buy the people out like forcibly. It's not even like, hey, do you want to sell your house? They'll forcibly buy their fucking house from them, and then for like pennies on a dollar, and force them to move and whatever, and then build this big ugly ass highway that, which is funny. I think it was called the Central Artery. I think that's what it was. I could be mistaken. Don't quote me. Just do your own research with the Big Dig. But it was the highway before that made them want to move that highway to an underground tunnel. Before, it was like one of the first few highways, right? And it was funny because they didn't know what to do. It was just like this big ass freeway, and every time everybody wanted an exit. That was one of the problems. Everybody wanted to exit all these stores and stuff like that. Like they want their own personal exit, and so this highway was just a mess, and it caused traffic like constantly. So, I mean, this little journey, this little like learning about this shit is really interesting, and it makes me want to like I wish I would have been more interested in this and like when I was like younger or something like that, and I probably have the energy and the passion to give a fuck. You know, the passion to care, especially after listening to these podcasts and like doing this little research and realizing one how much people hated it and would do how much picketing people did and these politicians. It's damn, bro. I didn't realize you had to damn near become a damn governor and do all this. What? That's another thing. The podcast I was listening to about the Big Dig, right? It was a lot of people who did a lot of like, it's not charity work, but they'll do the picketing and like spend time at big. Somebody talking outside my phone. Um, they'll spend a lot of outside time with like governors and shit like that. Sometimes spend like days talking to these people, and even then, they didn't really explain how much free time they had. It's like, damn, you spending all your free time outside of work going to go do this thing about a highway. It's crazy. It's like, that's why I say I wish I was younger, so I really care about this. But anyway, I'm kind of going a roundabout way about saying all this. I really want to fix these highways. I wish I could. I wish I had the time, the money, because it seems simple. Because okay, it's kind of similar to like Montgomery, Alabama, right? They got this highway that kind of like it's a giant circle go around the city, right? It's not a perfect circle, but it's a circle nonetheless. But the city's so goddamn big that circle, if you use the circle, it'll take you fucking forever to get around the damn city. That's why it's always empty. So the highway that goes basically just straight through the middle of the city, everybody uses that one, and that's terrible design. You see the pictures of like Dallas and Houston and whatever. Just look up Fort Worth, just Texas highway intersections, and the motherfuckers just like climbing on top of each other. It's getting taller and taller and taller. It's gonna become the Jets. Is it like the Jetsons of highways? It's just getting higher and more confusing. It doesn't make sense, man. When I feel like they could have just did like maybe not three highways through the middle, but like at least two, like spread them out a little bit and then they kind of like intersect in some type of way. I feel like that could have been better instead of just one giant highway and then they try to squeeze as much money as they can with these terrible ass express lanes, which I feel like they be charging me even though I'm not on it because they got these sensors and shit. I don't know. I got to ask Judah about that because it's attached to her bank account. uh, Bruh, just think about that money. Because it can be from like $1. Like right now, it's like at 3 o'clock in the morning. It was like $1 to get on the expressway because but nobody's on the expressway anyway. Um, I don't know. Thanks for clearing your throat, you fucking asshole. Yeah, I can't think of the other thing I wanted to rant about. I think it has something to do with the city. I'm not sure. But the only other thing that's been on my mind is trying to figure out like what I need to focus on. That's what I've been trying to figure out right now. Trying to write down all the stuff that I do on a weekly, like when it comes to the podcast, the books, the writing, for comedy, uh, relationships, all this stuff. I'm still trying to figure it out, trying to write it down because now it's not even a coincidence anymore. I keep running into these like quotes that says like, hey, um, these quotes and stuff like that saying, hey, you're doing too much. Yeah, okay. It was from Spider-Man 2. I was watching some gameplay and not Mary Jane, fucking Aunt May, I believe. I think they did a flashback and Aunt May was like, Peter, you're doing too much. You need to focus. You need because great leaders don't do multiple things. It may seem like it, but they don't do multiple things. They figure out what they're good at and they focus on that and then go from there. And I keep hearing that. And it's not a coincidence anymore. And I know I need to do that too. But I can't help but feel like a failure if I cut something I've been doing for a very long time, put a lot of effort in. I feel like I'm a quitter. I give up, and that's one of my biggest struggles right now. So I'll probably do this today. If I don't spend time writing, I need to just write down. You can probably do this as well if you're having trouble. So what I'm finna do is just write down all the stuff that I do, that I want done in a week, with recording the podcast, editing, social media, and I'm trying to read more. I'm trying to consume news that's not terrible. And like I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to use my time wisely. So I need to just write everything down and then just kind of like sit down and figure it out instead of trying to improvise everything. But yeah, I might add to this later on, to this part of the podcast. But if not, yeah, if I do, it'll probably be on the Patreon. So patreon.com/regular ass podcast. Please support our podcast. We're trying not to get sponsors. That's the thing. Because once I start marketing for that, that'll be a whole different thing. But anyway, if this is the end, I'll see y'all next episode. If not, with the power of editing, I'll see you in a few seconds. Peace.